Welcome to Footballology. This week I want to talk a little bit about my top 5 inside linebackers. First off, congratulations to all the veterans that got to compete in the combine today. I'm a huge fan of Michael Sams. I feel like the man should have been starting last year for a 4-3 squad. We all know he's not a tweener. Everybody wants him to be a tweener. They want him to be that outside passer. He's not that. He's a 4-3 defensive end. Let him get after the quarterback. Let him work. He's a hustler when it comes to sacks. Allow him to do what he does best and get those sacks for your team. If he's starting next year, I'm willing to go out on a limb and say he's going to get 10 plus sacks. Oh, excuse me. I'm willing. I can say that on film that he's going to get 10 plus sacks. But anyways, moving on to the list. Jeff Locke is my number 5 inside linebacker. My NFL comparisons was Navarro Bowman, and the reason why I say that is because when you look at Navarro Bowman, he's good. He's decent in pass coverage, not amazing. He had a really good running mate in Patrick Willis, and so he didn't stress himself out too much when it came to pass coverage. His job was to get in there, stop the run. If a ball came your way, do what you got to do and get that ball down, catch it, whatever. But I feel like with Locke, he has that same trait as Patrick Willis. I feel like he definitely needs a good running mate. You give him a running mate, allow him to do what he does, and just, get in there, stop the run. Moving on to number 4, I have Denzel Perryman. Now, the NFL comparisons I personally came up with, it was too obvious. It was Ray Lewis, and there's just obvious reasons. But I definitely feel like he is Ray Lewis at times. He's not really consistent in pass coverage, which you could say the same thing about Ray Lewis. But when it comes to stopping the run, when it comes time to land the wood, when it comes time to being a dirty, grindy, hard-working player, that's who Perryman is. And that's everything Ray Lewis was. Ray Lewis is right there in the middle of the defense saying, holding everyone accountable, and I feel like Perryman is that same exact middle linebacker. So the NFL comparisons there was easy, but at the same time it made the most sense. I don't see him doing really bad next level. I can see him starting as a rookie next year. It wouldn't surprise me. Anyways, moving on to number 3, I got Bernardrick McKinney. I couldn't come up with NFL comparisons because his size is just ridiculous. It wouldn't surprise me if he ended up moving positions come next season. Somebody's like, I like you better here. Go there and do what you do. But if he stays in the middle linebacker position, all you're getting is a good, solid run stuffer, a good line of scrimmage player, and a guy that's a TFL machine, tackles for loss machine. Dude knows to get to the backfield, and he knows how to stop plays. So if you leave him in the middle of your defense, you know that it's going to be 3rd and long a lot of the times, about 50% of the time, because I just feel like that's who he is, and that's what he brings to the table. Moving on to number 2. Now, I went back and forth, but I'm going to stick with this, and it's Eric Kendricks. I feel like Eric Kendricks is really good, though. He's extremely good. I love everything he brings to the table. He's a solid tackling machine, a guy that can drop back in coverage with confidence. And he reminded me so much of Derek Johnson out of Kansas City, like obviously Kansas City. But I definitely felt there was a lot of Derek Johnson in him. A guy that you could put in the middle of your defense and say, do it, and he's going to do it. He can do it all. He can stop the run, play the pass coverage. And I just feel like that when you put him in there, he can start for pretty much any top 10 team picking in any team picking in the top 10 this year. He's going to go somewhere, and he's going to do amazing because he's not going to go until later in part in the draft, and it's going to be the steal. At number 1, I got Stephon Anthony. Now, I really like him. Now, I say that about everybody, but it's just he does it all as well. Like, tackling machine, good in coverage. And when I looked and I came up with NFL comparisons, I really liked Luke Kuechly personally. Same size, really good, consistent player across the board, and a guy that's going out there and he's going to make a lot of the plays. When you see Clemson's tape and you watch him, he's a lot of times he's around the ball or right there with the ball, making some kind of play. Crazy athleticism at the inside linebacker position. Love for him to come to Kansas City because we need that. And put him next to DJ, it would be crazy. Him or Eric Kendrick, either one. But that's my top 5. A guy that I actually wanted to do like an honorable mention was Bryce Hanger. I think I said his name right. I feel like he can do well too. Put him on the outside linebacker position. I don't see him playing in the middle. Outside linebacker position, just a guy that I want to throw out there. Today I'm wearing my Steelers hat. Didn't have a Steelers jersey, unfortunately. I got stolen. But yeah, that's my top 5. Let me know what you guys think, please. Give me a like, dislike, subscribe, follow me on Twitter or something. I need some help me out. But anyways, stay safe, football fans, and I'll see y'all next week. Deuces.